This isn't something that happened to me, but when I first heard this story, I had no reason to doubt its authenticity. It all began in the summer of 2009, when I went to spend my vacation at my grandmother's in a small town in the southern U.S. Shortly after arriving, I met a girl named Marina from a neighboring town. It felt like pure luck to meet her, although it meant I had to walk a long way to see her every time. Marina had a brother, Alex, a big guy, like a bodybuilder. At first, he gave me suspicious looks and even threatened me a couple of times, but eventually we hit it off. Alex turned out to be a cool guy, and soon he invited me to go fishing with him. We met early one morning at the lake, cast our fishing lines, but the fish weren't biting, and the mosquitoes were unbearable. Fortunately, Alex had brought along some fire water to keep us entertained. After a few drinks, we gave up on fishing and just started chatting. Then Alex became serious and told me a story that sent a chill down my spine. Before we met, Alex had a childhood friend named Tony. They used to explore old, abandoned houses in the area, sometimes finding odd items. One night, they decided to check out an old house on the outskirts of town. The door was locked, so they went around the back and found a broken window. Climbing in, they saw the house was in complete disarray. Sheets scattered on the floor, an overturned bed, a broken table. Suddenly, they heard a noise outside. At first, they thought it was just a dog, but Alex soon felt an overwhelming sense of fear. The noise kept getting louder, and he realized it was too heavy for a dog to be snapping branches like that. He turned and saw Tony staring at something in terror. Alex looked and saw a face in the window, an eerie goat's face with eyes that seemed to glow. They were frozen in place, too scared to move, knowing the creature was still outside. Then, for a moment, the face disappeared, and the house was silent. Just as they thought it was over, a deep voice called from outside, "Open the door, or things will get worse." Moments later, something began pounding on the door with such force that the hinges creaked. Tony lost it, and on the third hit, the lock broke, and the door slammed open. Without hesitation, Alex leapt through the window and ran home, not daring to look back. He thought he heard Tony scream, but wasn't sure. Somehow, he made it home, but didn't sleep a wink that night. The next morning, there was a knock at the door. It was Tony's mother. She said Tony had come back barely alive and couldn't make sense of anything. When she asked Alex if he knew what had happened, he lied, saying he'd been home all night. After that, Tony completely changed. He stopped talking to anyone, even his own mother. A week later, they took him to a psychiatric hospital, where he's been ever since. The only person Alex ever told this story to was his sister Marina. A few weeks after sharing it with me, Alex died in a motorcycle accident. Why he chose to tell me, someone he'd known for only a short time, I'll never know. I guess he just needed someone to hear him out. Whether or not you believe this story is up to you, but I do.